Okay, so very good morning to all. I'll not take more than say 10-15 minutes for your orientation, followed by question answer in case you have. So I think we have met before, so I don't think I need to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Mihir Dave, and my role today would be to introduce you to an English proficiency test that is designed by a Department of Communication Skills, and it is first of its own kind, which is absolutely online, which is a kind of a blessing in disguise because in the given pandemic, we may not be able to have this test had it been say offline, and that is completely online test that is there, technically enabled by the software department and some of the senior faculties like Dr. Deepak Mashru, Anjana Prajapati, and Jigar Abani, and all of us as the Department of Communication prepared this test, and which is having an international level as good as IELTS exam that you have, that you might appear. So that's there. So the setting is the same as you have of an IELTS exam, which is having 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking, that would be assessed. I'll tell you on the onset that why do we conduct this test separately. Now, please understand, it is not an examination, right? So some of you might be unnecessarily afraid of it, or some of you might be unnecessarily feel pressurized about it. Don't feel pressurized, just give your honest attempt. This is a kind of a diagnostic test. That means at the end of the result of this test, we will be in a better position to give you a course, an online course. So that's the purpose of this test. Okay, so now this test is absolutely online. You can log in through your say portal, and from students portal you can take this exam. What care you have to take before you conduct this test is what we are going to discuss today. As I said, I'll not be taking more than say 10-15 minutes. So let's see. I hope nobody is there in the waiting room. No, all of us are in. So the test, as I said, would be absolutely online. I guess all of you have your students login by now. So once you log in to your students portal, you'll be able to see the home screen. On the home screen, as you can see, English proficiency test is the logo that you find on your home screen itself. You just need to click on the place where it is saying click here. Once you click there, you will be say moved to the home page of the test, and you can see the button there called start the exam. Now, before you take this exam, make sure that you have any continuous 3 hours with you, because understand, once you start this test or the exam, you will have to complete it within 3 hours. Okay, so how the timings and other things I'll explain, but many of the students at times just get into it and just want to check whether it is working or not. Well, we have checked it, trust the department and trust the software department we have. So it is tried and tested. So don't get into the exam until you have 3 hours. You can have a say 3 to 4 hours time. It could be late in the evening, early in the morning, in the middle of the day, middle of the night. It's up to you. It's available online 24/7. But only care you have to take is that you have continuous 3 hours minimum, so that you can appear for that. In case you want to take a break, you can do that. So that's the idea. I'll have all the questions you have maybe after this is presented. So this is the home page. As you can see in the background, there'll be 4 say tests: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. You can take in any order. Maybe you can take listening first, you can take reading first, writing first, or whatever. Now, for each component, there are 4 components, as you can see on the screen. Say listening, speaking, reading, and writing. You can start with any. Now, so far as timing is concerned, please understand there'll be 2 separate timers. As you can see on the screen, there is a timer that you can see on the screen where it shows say 2 hours and 59 minutes, which is almost like, let's say, your 3 hours. So that is overall timer, right? Okay, students, those who are raising their hands, just give me 10 minutes. Let me explain the process entire. Then in case required, I'll repeat. Okay, so that's the overall timer. The maximum time that you get for the exam would be 3 hours. Okay, so that includes the buffer time for you to shift from one test to another test, which is, let's say, from listening to speaking. That time is also included in it. Okay, so that will be overall say 3 hours. But for each individual component, that is reading, writing, listening, and speaking, you'll get 30 minutes. That means once you click on the button attend for listening, you would be given 30 minutes time to listen to the audio and then register your answers. So that's what is there that you have to say keep. Now, those who are in the train or wherever they are not able to listen or whatever, this lecture is being recorded, and I'll make sure to make it available so that you can always go back to that say audio, and you can clear your doubts. Okay, so as much as you can listen, rest of that would be recorded and will be made available to you. Okay, so I'll repeat very quickly. There'll be 4 say tests: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. You have to appear for all 4 separately. For each test, you'll get 30 minutes time. So that way, exam time is basically 2 hours. So why are we giving over hours? So that, let's say you take a listening test for 30 minutes and then you want to get fresh or something, you can. Or worst case, let's say electricity fail or something. Then what happens is, if it's breakdowns from in between, your one test is given, that will remain saved. You can again go back and log in, and you can continue from where you have left. But major say problem occurs with when they leave incomplete. If you leave the exam incomplete, it will be, timer would go on. At the end of 3 hours, it will be locked and it will be say saved. So make sure that you have 3 hours, you have uninterrupted electricity and internet supply, so that you can appear for this test. Okay, so that's 4 of the components would be there. For each component, you are going to get 30 minutes. Nevertheless, all these instructions are already given there before you start the exam. Okay, once you say I acknowledge and I agree, then the timer would start. So that way you'll have fair say amount of time to understand the instructions before you start the test. Nevertheless, we are also going to share with you the say instructions and this instruction video also, so that it should not have any doubt or confusion there. Okay, now as I said, 4 ones each, like these are the general instructions, that is for overall exam. Then for each component, let's say listening, reading, writing, you'll also get separate instructions of what to do and how to do, so that you have to read, and once you are clear, then you can start your individual exams like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So that's there. Now so this is there. For example, in listening, you'll have an audio that you can play, and there'll be questions that you have to listen and then you have to attempt. Once you do that, you need to submit, right? So that's what you have in listening. There'll be audios, and then there'll be MCQ type questions. So listen carefully and try and answer the same that one does in an IELTS exam. So same format is there. Okay, and we assure you that the same level also is there in terms of language and competence. So after listening, of course, you'll have this thing. So before you confirm, they'll ask you that, are you sure you want to confirm? And then once you say yes, it'll be confirmed. Then comes the say speaking part. In the speaking part, of course, there'll be 3 questions that you'll be given, and you have to attempt any one. Okay, you have to listen, think carefully before you do that. And once you're kind of ready, you want to jot down notes, whatever. And once you are ready, you can upload the say your recorded say audio. So that will be for speaking. Okay, so that's there. You can look at the question this way. Once you think you are ready with your headphones, you click on this record button, and then you can record the way you have the voice recording in your cell phones. Similarly, you can do it here. So that's the topic you have. Say one, say topic that you choose, and then you select the topic from the given that, okay, out of 3, I want to speak on this topic. So you take it and paste here, and then you record. Once it is done, you can see here, it is uploaded. The uploaded video also you can listen. Okay, so that, okay, this quality is good, I'm okay with it, and then you can submit that, and you can see the button called upload. So after recording your say speaking, you can upload the same. So you can see task 1 uploaded, and then comes reading section. Okay, so in the reading section, you'll be given a passage, and then based on your say reading, you'll be asked some questions similar to your IELTS or maybe your reading comprehension if you appeared. So that's what it would be. So once you are done, these are the instructions that are there. So read carefully the instructions, and then you appear for that. So you could see there'll be a space given there. You just need to understand the question that is asked and maybe a topic that is asked, based on that topic, you are supposed to attempt for your ones. So these are the word count also would be given to you, that maximum and minimum is given. There is no minimum, but maximum is of course 150 words, or let's say roughly 900 letters, including space and the punctuation marks. So that is what you are supposed to attempt in your writing test. Okay. And then at the end of your writing, you have to submit the module. So there'll be two kind of separate submissions. One is the individual module ones, and the last one would be the entire exam. And once you appear, this is what it will appear on your screen: completed, exam completed. Separately, when you complete a component, it will appear like this. You can see here. Can you see in the background whatever is completed? So test 1, 2, 3 completed. Now you are attempting for your say writing. Once this is done, then you can call it a complete exam. So once it is completed, then you can call it submission, and once it is done, you are kind of done. So that's what we have in our presentation. So now, in case you have some query questions, you may ask.
Good morning, sir. I'm Himpallavi. Yeah, I had a question that can, like, suppose if we are correct opting an option A, so can we, and then afterwards we realize that no, I need to correct it. Can we?
Before
Sorry,
you
sir,
submit,
we cannot.
yes, before you submit, you have to change. In case you want to change A from B, you can before you submit. Once you submit the module, those answers would be saved. Once it is saved, then you can't alter it. So before you save it, let's say you clicked it and then you realize it's not A, it's B, you can before you submit.
And so what in case of recording, like we have recorded the audio, but then we want to gain
audio, you upload, then it will appear there. Okay, so then you can listen to your own recording. Okay, let's say recorded 2 minutes say speech you prepared, and then you prepared it and then uploaded it. And before final upload, I'll show you again so that it should make sense. You can listen to it basically before you upload it on the system. So give me a minute, I'll share the PPT with you.
So is there any option for like again recording it?
Yes, you can record as many times as you want. Okay, let me show you. I hope you are able to see the screen. Yeah, so as you can see on the screen, I hope you are able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is how the screen would appear. Let's say once you select the topic out of 3, for example, you selected the first one. Okay, so let's say you selected this, copy that and paste here. And then once you press on the record, recording would start. You use your headphones, you record it. Once you record from here, it would appear like this. Can you see this timer and all? So that is a recording that is seen, not uploaded, but recorded. Okay, so you can listen to your own say audio, right? My suggestion is don't record say many audios before you upload, because you might get confused that you had 4 versions. The best version was the last one, but you by mistake uploaded the first one. So that could happen. So you have to remember that which audio you want to upload. So best is you take your time before you upload, because understand your recording of the time for the this topic is let's say not more than 3 minutes say audio, right? So that 3 questions would be there for 3. So if you can see, your speaking time is not more than 10 minutes. Taking notes and jot down times maybe 10 more minutes, so 20. But still you have buffer time for 10 minutes, right? So use your time wisely, and then once you are ready, you record, and once you record, you listen to your own recording. If you think it is okay, then you upload it. Okay, so it would appear something like this. No, so then you upload. So that will be 1. So such 3 questions would be there. You have to choose any one. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Clear. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Anybody else?
Good morning, sir.
Yes. Who's this?
Yes. My apologies. My network was fluctuating. I just have a stable network now.
Okay. So I'm not getting your question.
Okay.
You don't have the
Can you
network,
hear me,
so
sir?
I'm not
I,
getting your
I,
question.
can you hear me?
Can hear you in part.
I just sorry, I was having network issues. I want to ask what is the time limit of submitting this because I will contact my colleagues to get the question.
Yes, see, it will be 3 hours maximum. I'm saying 3 hours, and exam time is actually 2 hours because see, 4 components: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. 30 minutes for each component, so that comes around 2 hours. But understand, this 2 hours is maximum time, okay, for the actual test, and 3 hours is overall time for the entire test. Okay, but it's possible that your listening, though it is of say 30 minutes, but you could complete in 15 minutes. Possible. Let's say your reading actual time is 30 minutes, but you are a good reader, then you could do it, let's say, in 20 minutes. So it's possible that you can complete your exam before 2 hours, right? But 2 hours is maximum. 30 minutes for one component, 4 component is equal to 2 hours of the actual exam. But overall timing, in case of network issue, in case of you want to take a break for 5 minutes or something, you are given overall timer would be of 3 hours. But in any given situation, once you start your exam, you have to clear your exam within 3 hours. Okay, so choose your time and network and resources and laptop and whatever that is well connected, so that you don't have to suffer. Okay. Yes, I could see Beauty. You are raising your hand.
Thank you.
And yes, sir. Does he have any deadline?
Yes, the test is available today onwards, and it will be available for say 4 days. That is up to Saturday. I think Saturday is 22nd of this January, right? So you have 4 days with you starting from today.
Okay, then this second question, the speaking aspect of it, are we to choose any of these 3 questions?
Yes, yes. So you could see there will be 3 questions there given. You have to choose any one of those 3. You cannot speak on any topic, but you have to select from one of the topics.
Okay,
Fine?
sir. Thank you.
Yes, Dhruv.
Yes, good morning, Mayor Sir. Dhruv here. Sir, I just want to ask that if we are in the reading section right now and we move to listening section, so can we go back again to the reading section?
No, no.
Means can we fluctuate between these sections?
See, you have to take a call that you want to start with reading, you want to start with writing, you want to start with speaking. That's fine. But once you start a component, let's say reading, that means your timer of 30 minutes would start. So that means within 30 minutes, you have to submit the module. If you don't do it automatically after 30 minutes, it will be considered submitted. So my suggestion is you make your mind before you start the exam that I want to take maybe reading first or writing first or listening first. That's your choice. You can start any one of the components, but once you start, you can't switch.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I could see Om. Om, yes, you have a question, I guess.
Yes, sir. The maximum word limit was given there, 150 words. Yes, sir. So is it incorporated like in MS Word? We don't have to count the words; they are automatically counted. So
Yes.
is it incorporated here?
Yes, it is. It is. I'll show you. See, you can see there characters and words. So right now, for example, in my opinion. So how many words? 3. Okay.
Okay.
So that word count would come in reverse. Say, for example, out of 150, you could see that 3 words are used, or let's say 15 say characters are used. So that count would be available.
Okay, no problems. Thank you, sir.
So fine, it is already available in your say login. Today is 19th of January. So you have 19th, 20th, 21, and 22. You got 4 days with you. Within 4 days, you are supposed to complete your test. Before you start your test, as I said, you have to keep your say resources available, like your laptop or internet connectivity, electricity, your schedule. You should not have any other schedule during that 2 to 3 hours. You can choose any 3 hours, which it's online, so you can choose any time whatsoever. But once you start, you have to complete the exam within 3 hours. Yes.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. One more doubt, sir. This is 900 letters including spaces, so it means 900 characters, no?
Yes, correct.
Pardon, sir, your voice was
Yeah.
breaking.
Yes, it is characters. So for example, you have a space, you have a question mark, punctuation marks. All these are called say letters. So
Okay.
these 900 letters,
Okay, done.
150 words, whichever way you want to count. Okay,
Excuse me, sir. I have one final question that
Yes.
I request you to clarify on the portal where exactly we should go to find this, because it seems I'm appearing to be so ignorant with my portal.
You have to log in. You have to have, of course, user ID and login for the Marward University thing. Once you log in, this is how your homepage would look like. I hope you could see the screen.
So we don't go to the portal, but the university dashboard.
Log in with your Marwadi ID from the university website, and there once you log in, there'll be a home page. Have you ever logged in to your say home page?
Yes.
Yeah. So once you log in, you will be directed to this home page. My suggestion is don't take the test from mobile, because same menu would be there, but because of the screen say size, reading the visibility and all those things could be hampered. So my suggestion is, if you have a laptop available, use a laptop. It's not that it will not work in cell phones, but only thing is the resolution and visibility would be say squeezed. So I would suggest you use laptop. So in the home page,
Okay, sir.
it will appear like this: English proficiency test, also into bracket called pre-test. And once you click on that, you will reach to the home page of the say English proficiency test. Then rest of the things I think we did discuss.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay, so I guess all clear. Okay, so all the very best to all of you. Please do your best. Don't try to unnecessarily say stress yourself. This is not a kind of a test that will reflect in your mark sheet. This is the kind of a test which will help us to give you a course, whether you belong to an advanced level or a basic level, right? So please don't cheat. You cannot cheat, because this copy paste option will not be available. We did that, but I think honesty is the best policy. In case somehow, anyhow you cheat because you'll be at home, you might compromise on the integrity and the honesty part, then I think you would be in a wrong diagnosis, right? It's like hiding your disease from your doctor. So if you hide your level, the language proficiency level, from your teachers, we will not be able to help you with the right course, right? So based on your result, you'll be given the courses. So if your result is not genuine because of your participation issues, then it's possible that you will not get say appropriate course. So for that, my suggestion is be honest, give your best, and I'm sure you will have a wonderful experience. Fine. So all the very best to all of you. As I said, test would be available for 4 days up to 22nd of January. That is coming Saturday. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you for your participation. Yeah, I could see a raised hand. Okay, Victor, I think you have already asked, right? Victor, you had a question, I think. Okay, not anymore. Okay, thank you all for your participation. I hope you will be able to perform the test very well. In case of any query questions, you can approach say us for this thing. But in order to avoid any such technical or otherwise issues, my suggestion is plan your test accordingly so that you don't have to face any technical or other glitches. Okay, so all the very best for that. That's all for today.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.